Today I'm showing you exactly what I eat, and I'll be walking you through my fridge meal by meal. No protein powders, no counting calories, no fluff. Just a simple system that keeps me lean and strong all year round. If you're sick of second guessing which foods to eat and still counting calories but not seeing abs, watch this until the end. Listen, you're probably stuck doing ab workouts for hours and still got a big belly. The problem isn't your training, it's your nutrition. Most people eat in a way that works against their goals. This video will show you how to simplify your food and eat with purpose. Why listen to me? Well, I've built abs while running a business, training a lot less than most people without tracking any macros. If I can do it, you can too. Let me show you how. The first thing that I look for in any meal when I grab it from the fridge is that if it doesn't have high protein, I'm not having it. Higher protein foods have higher nutrients than any other food. That helps build muscle and burn fat easily. All protein dense foods are packed with nutrients. And foods with high nutrients will take you a lot further in your fat loss journey than low calorie foods. High protein foods will help with performance in the gym and recovery on your rest days. So I have things like ground beef. Ground beef is probably the best food that you can have. It's a superfood. And you have to make sure that you get the one with 15% fat or 20% fat. Animal fat is not bad for you. People think that animal fat is gonna cause cholesterol and clogs up your arteries, but no, that is not true. Have ground beef. It's easy to cook and it has a lot of nutrients. Another protein that I have every single day, I should have started off with these, but it's eggs. If you don't have eggs in your diet, you're missing out on a crucial part of your fat loss journey. Eggs is gonna help you tremendously. These are not just normal eggs, all right? Look, there is a difference between these two. Now, these are normal organic soy fed. Let me show you the difference. Can you see how pale these eggs are? They don't have a dark brown color. These are most likely caged up or they've just been fed soys and grains. Don't get me wrong, all eggs are good, but these kinds of eggs won't give you as much nutrients as eggs like these. Look at the color of them. They're dark. Their shell is a lot harder than the soy ones. These are eggs that chickens have roamed on big pastures and they've had the ability to eat worms, insects. Yes, maybe they've been fed grains and soy too, but they have a lot more nutrients than those normal eggs. Eggs, high protein, they will help you shred fat instantly. Protein keeps you full and stops late night cravings. If you're still eating junk food at night, it's probably because you're not having the right amount of protein throughout the day. High protein, high nutrient dense foods stabilize blood sugar levels and don't give you those cravings during the night or any cravings at all. The amazing thing about these proteins is that they're the base for visible definition. You can train as hard as you want, but if you're not having high nutrient, high protein foods, you're not gonna see any results. You don't need protein powders and protein bars to achieve your protein intake. You just need to have enough meals that protein takes up the majority of your plate. Remember, don't stress about caloric intake and protein intake. Let the nutrition of food be your main focus. Now, what's the consequence of not having enough protein? You will lose a lot of muscle while dieting, so that means you're not getting leaner, you're just getting skinnier. Your workouts will feel harder and you will barely be able to recover. And the one thing that will break all consistency is that you'll continue to be hungry. But even if you're eating enough protein, your body can't transform until your foods actually help you with your recovery. And that's what we'll talk about next. Eat to recover, not just to fill your stomach. The goal isn't just to eat clean, it's eating a way that will support training, sleep, and recovery. Micronutrients drive hormonal balance. The things like beef and eggs are something that will boost your testosterone, also help with the stability of your hormones. And potatoes, they're not just a diet food, they're recovery fuel. Not having these right foods means that your body is not getting the right vitamins and minerals that it needs. And that's when you start to hold on to fat and you start to get energy crashes. Processed foods, not only do they spike blood sugar, but that's what's killing your gains. It stops you from having the ability to actually stick to a consistent diet. Your blood sugar keeps spiking. You keep having these cravings that you eventually give into, start feasting on your entire pantry, and then after you end up losing all your results. By the way, eating these kinds of nutritional dense foods helps with your nervous system. It allows you to relax and reset. This is where the recovery part comes in. Eating these kinds of foods actually helps the way that you sleep, which directly impacts whether you actually build muscle or even lose fat. Now, compared to processed foods, these things are hard to digest to the body, so it increases cortisol levels, which actually stops you from having a good rest at night. Listen, just imagine this. Your stress goes down, your sleep gets better, and every single workout hits harder. Your abs actually start to show in such a short period of time because you're finally letting your body recover. And you start having less bloating, more energy, which leads to better productivity. Now, we've covered fuel and recovery, but there's one thing that breaks people's progress. Let's go into the biggest mistake people have when they eat their food. Cut out the processed foods that sneak in. Even if 80% of your diet is clean and 20% of it is processed junk food, your progress will completely go. I used to do this once upon a time. I used to have 6 days of clean eating and 1 day of completely eating whatever I want. And it completely got rid of all my progress. Cheat days shouldn't exist. Cheat meals shouldn't exist. A healthy lifestyle is to be adapted to 7 days a week, 365. Hidden oils and additives are killing your body and your progress. Things like seed oils, processed sauces, and packaged snacks cause hormonal disruption and gives an unhealthy gut. You think it's just water weight, but it slows digestion and gives you inflammation. Now, the same thing applies. If you're eating processed, fake foods, your blood sugar spikes again, leading you to having more and more of it, and it's a never-ending cycle. These kinds of things spike your insulin and give you energy crashes. High insulin actually makes it harder for your body to tap into fat stores and using your fat as energy rather than processed foods. One of the quickest and easiest ways that you can tap into your fat stores is skipping breakfast. Just don't have a meal in the morning and have your first meal at around midday, and that will be the best thing to help your body to learn to use your fat stores as energy. Because listen, if you don't, you'll be stuck in a cycle of eating these junk foods. Your stomach will always be big no matter how much you train, and you always feel tired and unbothered to even work out, and you wonder why you're not getting results. Listen, the best thing to have if you're worried about spiking your insulin is this: having things like fruits. These are the best things for snacks. If you feel like you have a little sweet tooth and you want to completely get rid of it, have fruits. Look, my fridge is full of fruits. I have peaches that I grabbed from a tree outside. I have this big watermelon, and I sometimes drizzle raw honey on it, which actually makes it even better. I got a sour sop. I don't know if you guys know what that is, a sour sop. It's so good. It's just amazing. I would crack one open right now. I also got mangoes, oranges. I've got melon. These kinds of carbohydrates won't spike your blood sugar. Therefore, won't even lead you to even wanting more snacks. These are the best snacks that you can have to stop spiking your blood sugar. Now imagine this. You followed this video and you stopped eating processed foods and you started focusing on nutrition. You feel lighter, you have more energy, there's no more bloating, just visible and consistent progress. Now that you've got the food right, there's only one missing piece. None of these matter if you don't know how to have a proper workout regime. This is where most people go wrong. So that's how I get a six-pack, without counting a single calorie and focusing on nutrition. This is what I didn't tell you yet. None of this works out long term unless you know how to train and follow the right workout regime that will get you your dream body. Click on this video right here where I'll show you how to make the most perfect workout plan and how to execute it. I'll see you there.